Welcome, Leo. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your second quarter reading for April, May, and June of 2023. I usually don't do tarot as a predictive tool, but this is really intended to be arising out of your current circumstances, imagining what the current energies may be shaping up for you throughout the spring. So let's get started, Leo, with your overall energy for the spring quarter. We have the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is really you doing a lot of review of your life. You looking critically at the kinds of things that may have hurt you in the form of criticism, not being taken seriously, perhaps being laughed at, being minimized, your efforts not being rewarded or credited to you, and the various ways in which others have appeared to attack or sabotage your efforts. This can include others not being happy when you move in the direction of success or your own desires, and the various ways in which this can hurt us, but also more critically, the ways in which we allow ourselves to be stopped. The way that these unkind remarks or negative feedback feeds into our own sense of self-doubt, lacking confidence, our sense of not being enough. And this is what you are reviewing over this time period as part of your own healing. Part of this is recognizing how things that may be coming up from an unconscious level, memories of hurts or that you've sustained, cruelty that you've experienced. This can be from your conditioning as a child, your social conditioning through schooling, or your formative years. Whatever it is, you are reviewing this, recognizing it now for what it is, as a reflection of those that would speak to you or regard you in the ways that this card represents. And in many ways, you are now able to recognize that these things no longer are an impediment, a block to your success, your progress, because you understand them for what they are. That doesn't mean that they don't continue to hurt you, but as you now recognize that you have so much confidence and energy, you're so much more curious about the things that are challenging and difficult to you, or the negative feedback that you receive, that this only confirms that you are not doing what you do to please others. You are doing what you are doing. You're moving on the path that gratifies you for your own success, your own happiness, your own reward. So there's some deep healing going on that is a confirmation of the path that you're on right now. In April, Leo, you have the Ace of Swords, the Ten of Swords, and the Page of Pentacles. Whew. Indeed. So in April, you are already really deeply grasping this sense of your own truth. You are emerging through this revelation. It may appear at times that the sense of your own truthfulness, your own authenticity, your own inspiration, the new ideas that you're able to absorb and truly understand is coming overnight and out of the blue, but instead it is coming from this really deep experience that you have given yourself. And that is the experience of looking at these hard things, not simply the kinds of sabotage that others you have experienced through the actions or words of others, but through your own actions, the ways that you are now able to take responsibility for being blocked, being thwarted, recognizing that It really wasn't others who blocked you at all. It was your sense of insecurity that fed into questioning what you were doing, the way that you were moving, and the desire to fulfill the expectations of others. When you now recognize that the only expectations that are relevant are your expectations of yourself, your sense of potential, your promise of potential and opportunity in every situation, including the difficult pain and suffering you may have experienced in the past. This is opening you up, this experience, to doing things in a new way, opening you up to being a beginner. Now that you have earned these lessons, you recognize that you feel free, liberated to try things that will lead to something that is important, significant, and rewarding to you. In May, we have the Nine of Swords, the Three of Cups, and the King of Swords. You are working very hard throughout the springtime to really cycle through this level of healing. And my belief is that these are experiences that we've all been given opportunities to understand because of the rapid changes, the uncertainty that exists in our social environments. So that you are really allowing yourself, through really facing and confronting these aspects of your own behavior, your own words, your own actions, to really dig in and feel this sense of suffering and pain, and understand and experiencing it ensures that you are fundamentally releasing it. You cannot release this without going through it. And this is the card of going through it willfully, understanding that you are releasing this as you mourn these losses, these griefs, this innocence that you once perhaps invested in conforming to what others needed, trying to fill the needs of others with the expectation that you would get that back. And how you have grown and progressed through those ideas, so that you are now prepared with the Three of Cups to recognize the fundamental support that you have in your environment. May is going to see you celebrating this support. It is going to see you recognizing that your greatest strength is in your ability to be vulnerable, to recognize the things that you thought were weaknesses end up, through your own phenomenal efforts to understand where the pain is coming from, where you are responsible for creating or allowing painful situations to exist, that in fact, working through that is the real offering that you have, the real support that you're able to share with others who have been through similar difficulties. And this ability to recognize that it is the love and support that buoys you up through everything, that also opens you up to be increasing your curiosity, your desire to know, to receive more ideas, to listen to people that have had very different experiences than yourself, to talk about this, to have conversations about this, to create safe spaces where you've now learned to detach yourself from the feelings, the experience of suffering, in order to observe, witness how you have objectively changed throughout similar situations, and how you see situations that once looked like catastrophe and ruin now as opportunities to change yourself, to adjust your sense of reality, your perspective, so that you're open up and relevant to the experiences of others. In June, we have the Five of Cups, the Queen of Wands, and the King of Pentacles. In releasing the heartaches that you've experienced, you are now focusing on what you're grateful for. And the gratitude that you are experiencing is centered in the support that you receive from others, but it goes much deeper than that, because you're also working on developing that personal relationship that allows you to deeply connect with yourself, your higher potential, the promises, the desires you've made, the dreams you have that you once perhaps believed you couldn't pursue, or the failures allowed you to believe that this wasn't possible for you. You're abandoning that. You're recognizing that, in fact, you have more of what it takes now as you've healed a lot of the damage that you have caused for yourself in trying to conform yourself and provide love and support to others, hoping it would come back to you, rather than understanding that you can provide the love and support you need for yourself. And in fact, that very idea is gaining you incredible confidence, so that you move through June with this really clear knowing of who you are, this incredible strength and passion that is unleashed through this experience of really opening yourself up to new ideas, perspectives, new truths, deeper understandings about who you are and the capacity of others, so that you come out focused again on your own mastery, mastering your environment so that you are prosperous, so that you are safe, secure, and stable, and that you again are in a position to offer the model of your mastery, the model of your success, your progress to others as a form of giving back, as a form of generating more abundance. I'm going to clarify the Ten of Swords in April with the Queen of Pentacles and the Ten of Swords, and that's a repeat. So again, we're really emphasizing here that you're healing this sense of heartache, failure, with this ability to receive the gifts of these lessons, the gifts of these heartaches, the benefits of understanding more deeply why these experiences need to be released, why you're separating yourself from these expectations of others, these failures, this sense of unending failure, a cycle of failure, and you're instead giving yourself an acknowledgement of the skills and talents, the stability that you have. The Three of Cups in May is clarified by the Temperance card and the Nine of Swords. So the Nine of Swords again is a repeat, and that is offering and balanced with this deeper healing that you are continuing to proceed along, so that as you heal yourself, you're sharing that with others, and that again contributes to making the changes in the world through this ability to make the changes within yourself, so that you are improving your environment, you're improving your safety, the security, the emotional ability to experience a range of feelings, not simply suffering, sorrow, depression, sadness, frustration, but the joy, the grace, the pleasure that you have, the kindness that you're experiencing and that you show to others. These are the qualities that are helping us as a planet to survive the events, the unpredictable events we're experiencing. I'm going to clarify the Queen of Wands in June with the Hanged Man, and the Queen of Wands is repeated. Brilliant how the cards are repeated throughout. This is really emphasizing that you are generating the sense of compassion and passion, power, motivation, inspiration. You're inspiring others as you gain in confidence and clarity that you can magnetize the resources that you need. You can inspire others to work with you. You can motivate others in the direction that you're moving simply by the force of your passion, the clarity of what you want, what you're going after. And this is coupled by this ability to shift, open up your perspective, recognize that your past way of thinking was limiting you, was only allowing you to see certain kinds of opportunities, that you are now shifting that perspective, opening yourself up to the truths and experiences of others so that you can allow more into your life. You can see more of the opportunities that are surrounding you. I hope this is helpful. If this reading is useful to you, please like and subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. I appreciate all the love and support that you give me. And I pulled the Patience card. I accept that everything happens in divine order. I hope this has been useful to you, Leo. I look forward to seeing you next time. Until then, Namaste.